welcome back to the Cox 11 Sports Report, where we turn our attention now to the Southeastern District, Matt, as Nansemond River taking on Great Bridge in a great showdown between these two strong teams.
That's right. The Warriors of Nansemond River won the Southeastern District tournament a year ago, but Great Bridge trying to repeat as Southeastern District regular season champs and get that automatic #1 seed for regionals. The Wildcats started out on offense here as they swing around the perimeter. Nansemond River's defense pretty rangy and defending well, but Marcus Evans, that's a guy who's dangerous from deep. The Wildcats crash the glass on his miss, and Byron Williams cashes in for 2.
And for Coach Ed Young or Nansemond River, that's a great sight to see as a 3 is knocked in from the left wing as the offense gets off to a good start.
Khalil Carroll with that J inside. Now it's Steve Beeline for the Wildcats for 2 off the glass, as Great Bridge has good size with Beeline down low and then the guards like Evans to attack people off the bounce as the Warriors go inside. Ed Drew, his fadeaway shot is no good, but Nansemond River crashes the glass at Scott Spencer, feeds it to Kendrick Washington for the deuce.
Washington with the score, and now back the other way comes Carroll with a left-hand layup off the glass and good. And Nansemond River's defense leading some early offense.
Warriors trying to pull the upset here as Great Bridge has yet to lose a district game, and their defense getting after. That's one of their 10 blocks right there. Carroll up ahead to Washington, who feeds Drew, running the lane. It is in, and Nansemond River up early on here. How does Great Bridge answer? Mark Madison in transition. He is swatted away by Devin Oakley, and here comes the Warriors running again. William Goodman, coast to coast, no good, but Great Bridge getting a good defensive stop to help them kind of stop the bleeding right now.
Yeah, and you can see both these two teams have great athletes at the front court positions as the score is up and good for Marcus Evans, but down low, you know it's going to be a fight for both these teams.
Evans only a junior looking for his first offer still. He's got a lot of schools in-state looking at him, including Old Dominion, and right there he goes coast to coast for 2. One of the smoothest and best guards in the region. Does it so effortlessly. Nansemond River with that 3-point attack now as they swing it to Khalil Carroll for another 3.
And Evans, not to be outdone, he'll fire a stop and pop jumper just before the buzzer sounds, going into the second quarter, and it's the Wildcats trailing by only a couple.
And Nansemond River trying to push that lead up here, and they now have it. Khalil Carroll throws it on the wing to Scott Spencer. Inside, the high-low is working for the Warriors as they get the 2 to go. Kendrick Washington inside, but the Wildcats defense starting to tighten up here as now it's a transition chance, but Nansemond River just swatting away everything at the cup with another block by Oakley.
Yeah, a great job defensively by the big men of Nansemond River, not fouling and coming up with the blocks, and that leads to a Carroll easy jump shot.
A Great Bridge trying to close the half at home in a big way. Hits Steve Beeline for 2, and he's fouled. 3-point play, and then in the corner, the Wildcats 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by Nansemond River here. And they'll take a shot here at the horn, no good. A 13-2 run for Great Bridge after being down by 10. Gary Obenauer's team has to love that.
Yeah, it certainly looked like Nansemond River was going to run away with things, but the second half action now in the corner, 3 on the way, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net as that shot is poured in by Spencer.
Spencer for 3, and then Beeline comes right back with 2 inside. Great Bridge, though, using its muscle inside and the star guard in Evans to get the win and pull it out late at home, 55-51. You see Byron Williams, the X factor, with 16 points, 11 rebounds. Evans added 15 and 3 steals to lead the Warriors. Khalil Carroll had 11 points and 5 assists, while Ed Drew chipped in 9 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocked shots.
We head now to the Beach District as a battle for second place taking place in Tallwood as Landstown, the Eagles, taking on the Lions, and both these two teams would come out strong offensively.
These two teams, Chris, are chasing district leader Kellum atop the league standings, and there's Jordan Roberson for Landstown with the 3-pointer. The Eagles needing a win here to have a chance at Kellum, the regular season finale, to force a tie in the league standings for the title. And there's Tallwood with a 3-point answer. It's Tommy Flournoy, their leading scorer, at 18 points a game.
Now at the elbow, the Lions working the offense. It's going to find itself in the corner. High arcing jump shot is poured in by William Howard, and you have to get that shot up high over the 6'8" defender there.
Yeah, Tallwood's guards have spread the floor very effectively this year. They pulled an upset against Green Run, had a tough loss last week against Kellum, but there's Landstown coming back in transition. Cameron Alston for 2, as this one figures to be tight throughout.
And when you've got a 6'8" post guy, you probably want to get him the ball inside as that bucket is poured in by the sophomore. Easily a nice move off the bounce.
Darius Bolstad going to be a prospect to watch in a few years for the Landstown Eagles. Tallwood up ahead. It is Tyler Peterson for 2. And the Lions needing those transition buckets, something they didn't have in their recent loss to Kellum as they're trying to avoid a second straight defeat. It's Flournoy pulling up for 3.
And going into the second half, it's Landstown with the 6-point advantage as Coach Robinson has to be pleased in the hostile environment that his Eagles are playing strong, but he's not going to like that. The turnover leads to the fast break opportunity, and it's good, plus the foul.
Yeah, Coach Robinson does not like the turnovers you're giving Tallwood easy baskets. It's hard enough to score in some of these games. You don't want to give them anything free and cheap. And there's Tallwood dialing it up from long distance. It's Tyler Peterson as all of a sudden it's a tie ball game going to the fourth quarter.
Anyone's game going to the final stanza as it's Flournoy. Left corner airballs it, and it's going to be a long outlet pass a la Wes Unsold. And an easy two, should have been three, but the points put in by Alston.
You got to watch the guy leaking out. That was Cameron Alston here as the Eagles are drawing up a play. Tom Gonzalez and the Lions trying to draw something up defensively here too. They lob it inside, deflect it out to the perimeter. Sebastian Sandifer makes a move right here. Count it with the foul. Nice play.
A fortuitous bounce as that play was probably not designed for Sanderson, but he makes the play happen and up by a point. Over a minute to play for the Eagles as they're trying to run out the clock. Tallwood trying to come up defensively, makes the steal, but hang on a second, it's a foul on Peterson.
Ooh, the Tallwood fans did not like that. You see one of the coaches slapping the floor in disgust with the free throw for Landstown, no good, giving Tallwood a chance to win it here at the end at home.
And the shot from the left corner is going to be off the mark, but the rebound goes out of bounds off of Landstown, so 4 seconds left. One last chance for the Lions, and the defense for the Eagles has got to come up big.
Lions still half-life. They feed it in the corner here. It'll be Peterson off the dribble driving, but his shot is deflected by Darius Bolstead, the 6'8" guy. Nice to have him inside as he delivers a Landstown win. 44-43, the Eagles get it done. You see Andre Stanley with a double-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Sandifer chipped in 11 for Tallwood. The backcourt of Flournoy and Peterson combined for 29 points. Not enough, though, as Landstown hangs on.
Taking a look at the Beach District notes, at Bayside, Takira Parsons scores 13 of her game-high 30 points in the fourth quarter of a 68-57 win over the Knights of Kellam. And Kellam's Ramon Snowden records his first triple-double of the season, 17 points, 11 boards, 10 dimes, and a 58-50 win over Bayside. And finally, congratulations to Kimsville's Aaron Hall, who posted 31 points and 14 boards and a 71-66 victory over the Sun Devils of Salem.
The Chiefs suddenly a factor in that Beach District race, probably going to be the 5 seed for the district tournament. Over in the Eastern District, Zane Upshur, he's a 3-sport star, plays basketball, football, baseball. He'll play college football at Towson. Meanwhile, Churchland on a 6-game winning streak, their longest since the 2007-08 season, as they're now in 3rd place in the Eastern District. On the girls' side, Maury Shanette Hicks filling a stat sheet with 13 points, 9 assists, 9 steals, 7 rebounds as the Lady Commodores defeat Booker T.
Hey, let's keep it going now in the Peninsula District as Hampton's Dara Pearson racked up 43 points, 16 rebounds, and an 87-11 rout of Denby. Heritage riding a 7-game win streak, their longest in the region, and the school's longest since the 2003-04 season. And Phoebus's Mark Wilson actually decommits from Old Dominion and gives his commitment to play college football at Cincinnati.
And signing day only a week away, Chris, so we've got a lot of those pouring in on the football side of things. And more notes to check out here on the Bay Rivers District. Grafton repeating as the district champs, beating War Hill 57-45 as Elijah Moore, their senior star, with 21 points, 18 rebounds there. Pocosin getting a victory over Smithfield 62-47 as Royce Bowden scores 24 points, while Smithfield's Tiffany Lennon has 10 points, 7 rebounds, 7 block shots, and 4 steals as the Lady Packers beat Pocosin 46-34.
Taking a look at the top 10 teams on the VirginiaPreps.com leaderboard, it's Cape Henry at the top, followed by Kickingham, Hampton, and Great Bridge. The Beach District leaders, Kellam Knights at number 5. Rounding out the bottoms 5, Maury, Green Run, Landstown, Norcom, and Kings Fork.
Oh, those rankings are constantly changing every week. Meanwhile, on the girls' side of things, not a whole lot of changes as Lake Taylor stays number 1, Princess Anne right behind them at number 2. Defending region champions Woodside checks in at 3, Western Branch, Kickingham, Maury in the 4, 5, and 6 positions, while Grassfield, Kings Fork, Wilson, and First Colonial round out the top 10.
And our Virginia Preps Player of the Week goes to Maneja Finney-Smith. Say it twice. VCU commit, 34 points, 6 3-pointers, 6 steals, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and her victory over Churchland. Matt, I do believe that's called filling up the stat book.
That is. Maneja Finney-Smith doing an excellent job for Wilson as they try to get back to the regionals for a 2nd straight year. Her brother, of course, Dorian Finney-Smith, playing over at Florida, a Norcom standout. And we've got more here. Stick around. Jonathan Watford, National Recruiting Analyst for Baseline Hoops Scouting Report, will be our guest on the Cox 11 Sports Report.